Hi, here is Liprandi and this is Casey Jones, produced by PLAYMATES Toys back in 1989. He was part of the vintage Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles line, and he is one of my favorite action figures. That's not because of the character, who of course might be cool and funny, but I just adore this toy. He looks like a regular vintage PLAYMATES Toys action figure, if a vintage PLAYMATES Toys action figure can be regular. He's got ball-jointed hips and cut joints for the shoulders, head and wrists. This was advertised as amazing turtleistic movement on the vintage blister cards. He's got the peculiar standing pose of most of the vintage action figures from PLAYMATES, so he's got one leg forwards, the other one bent backwards with a bent foot. It's not a neutral pose, but it's not too uncomfortable either. Our KC is a rough, tough guy. He comes from the streets of New York City. He's wearing an old 80s jumpsuit which is all worn out with rips and holes. He's got untied shoes and all of his muscles are flexed, so he looks like a loaded spring ready to jump into action and kick some foot soldiers. Of course, Casey is wearing his trademark hockey mask, which looks scary. And if you look at pictures of the original prototype for this action figure, pictures of the original wax sculpt, and if you don't know what a wax sculpt is for an action figure, just ask in the comments here below and we will explain. By the way, if you look at those pictures, you will find that an additional unmasked head was planned as an additional accessory for this action figure, but it never made it to the final production stage. Of course, our KC comes with some accessories. He's got a nice golf bag here, which is worn out with holes and fixes. It's got a strap so Casey can carry it with him wherever he goes, and inside there are some more accessories. There is one golf club which is all broken and fixed, so he probably just found it in the garbage. And we will find a couple of broken baseball bats, so probably he just hit someone too hard. If you want to enjoy Casey Jones' character, just watch the vintage Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles live-action movie from 1990. He was very cool. But who is Casey Jones? Who was Casey before becoming a vigilante and a friend of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Who was the real Casey Jones? Because you have to know that Casey Jones actually existed. He lived between 1863 and 1900. He was a trained engineer known as the Brave Engineer. He was a brave daredevil. He worked in Illinois. He was eccentric. He had his own train whistle, so people living nearby the train station would recognize Casey Jones just by the whistle of his train. He was a baseball player, so we now know where these baseball bats come from. And he was a hero. He saved a young girl from the railroad back in 1895, and in 1900 he died as a hero, trying to stop his own train from colliding against a stalled one. Instead of leaving, he sacrificed his own life trying to stop the train, and he saved all the lives of the other passengers. So he became a hero, and even a popular ballad was written about his life. You can hear it recorded by the great late Johnny Cash amongst the others. It's a nice detail about this character. I love this kind of details. And this toy is just pure fun. He looks cool. It's a well-made, strong and well-made toy. Nice colors. I love it. He can be the hero of all the adventures you can imagine. Ciao!